Hey everybody, so as I showed you about an hour ago, the main convergence site, which had been boarded up after the raid last night, was bolted shut. The city just came by and reopened it. People are now converging again in the space. This is in their main literature. Again, you can see the space is sort of still in disarray since it has just been reopened. Everything is just basically left as it was when it was closed down. Arts and craft supplies, signs. Hey Mike, it's Noah. Hey, I just became the first journalist to re-enter the convergence space, the primary one in Smith. They just reopened it. Excellent. Can you get Jennifer to tweet it? Great. Thanks. Bye. A little bit of listening to how the sausage is made, everybody. By everybody, I mean I'm sure the dozens of viewers. What's interesting about the security zone around Excel, you can enter it. It's open to the public. You can get quite close to the Excel Center. You cannot drive into it, nor can you bike into it. The security officials were saying they would add bike racks at the edge of the perimeter so people could get close and then park their bikes. Haven't had time to check to see if that promise was actually implemented. First aid clinic list. Apparently some of the detainees had Leathermans, carabiners. As you can see, today, the 30th, is missing.
And why? On the ground, yeah. That's people on the ground. Close. Do you have a is it close? Is it close?
It was close. It was,
I remember last.
yeah.
We were doing the Veterans for Peace Conference. We picked up right away. We sent a bunch of people over for support.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that is great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I'm glad. This is Dave Kuhn, who was the one who managed to get us back in.
Yep.
I got it open.
What specific fire code did they initially cite for the closure?
Hi. How are you?
There's no reason for it. The sheriff's office swung their way around and got a hold of the state home inspector and told him that they had to do it. And we subsequently picked up.
All right. Thank you. So just to clarify to everybody what's going on, after the raid last night, the sheriff's department had thrown their weight around and gotten an inspector to come in, and according to Dave Thune, city councilman of St. Paul, file a bogus fire code violation and bolt the doors shut, as I showed you earlier. This was then reviewed, found to be inappropriate, and the convergence space is now open. Again, this is Smith Avenue, for those of you not familiar with the layout of St. Paul. That way is downtown and the High Bridge. It's got quite the delay, so I'm going to let it push up to the server. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me at noah.kunin@theuptake.org. You can follow our Twitter at @theuptake. You can follow my Twitter at Noah Kunin. Best way to get breaking news to us.
And then everyone had to have a takedown. Nobody could talk to it. And they came out here and they got out and after a while they snatched the door upstairs, secure it, and they smashed the door. You can see this just got stereo equipment in here. And they smashed this door. They can see the damage to it.
How many people were here when they came in?
Somewhere between 50 and 70 or something like that. Yeah. It was extremely frightening. I've done a lot of demonstrations and I've never had live ammunition playing in my head before. And then they came upstairs.
So if you're just tuning in, we're now getting a tour of the upstairs of the principal convergence space, which has been reopened.
And they
You guys with?
Al Jazeera English.
So the uptake and Al Jazeera English are getting a tour. Weird compatriots.
smashed this door here.
Whoa.
To reveal the extremely dangerous movie watching crowd. They were watching a movie about the activist history of Minnesota, and did the same thing here. And from what I hear, I was not there, of course, but they, told everybody on the floor there was a mother and a father with a 5-year-old child who were very, very frightened, of course, by this, and it was an extremely aggressive police state style action. And then we were here for a total of between 2 and 3 hours. It was essentially like being arrested and booked, except that we were only being detained. Everybody was handcuffed, either with metal handcuffs or with flex cuffs, and everyone was forced to give ID and photographed and identified and searched, and all kinds of things were removed, all kinds of printed materials, thousands of copies of our resource guide that the Welcoming Committee put together were taken away, computers, laptops were removed, water bottles, my water bottles don't have anything to drink from anymore, and all kinds of other things were removed that, and that we don't know how long it'll be before we get them back. So it's really, and of course we didn't have access to the space. It's been very disruptive to our, allegedly legally protected right to demonstrate and to, to call attention to the the viciousness of this government at home and abroad.
Why do you think that this building was targeted for the first sort of raid of the protest?
This is the convergence space. This is the place where people come together to get information, to get food, to get connected in affinity groups, to have meetings, to have trainings. This is the place where people are kind of meeting each other and coming together to engage. And I think that they wanted to disrupt our ability to coordinate with each other.
On September 5th, looking back, what's going to be your parameter of success for your organization? How are you going to rate what happens during the week of the RNC?
We're building a movement. We're building movements here in this country of people that are taking our lives back into our own hands and away from the politicians, away from their media glitz and glamour, which has been reproducing this system of injustice. And that people around the world, people around this country, regular Americans, realize that this system is not working. It's not working for us. It's not working for the planet. It's not working for people anywhere. And we're building movements. So we're going to rate this success of this convergence by the increase in our sense of our own power and our recognition, the people that are here, the thousands of people that are coming here, the thousands, tens of thousands of people in Minneapolis, St. Paul that are recognizing that the only way that we have to really make a change is to take this power into our own hands. That's what's going to make a difference.
How are you going to move forward now over the next couple of days?
We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're obviously coming back to the space, and we kept on meeting, coordinating in other spaces. We rapidly responded within, just a couple of hours of the space being raided. We had new spaces for people to have training, for people to coordinate. That's what we have at our advantage. We're small grassroots networks that can quickly re-coordinate, and we're agile. So we're gonna take our power to the streets, and then we're gonna take it home with us here in the Twin Cities and around the country.
Going back to the raid, the sheriff's office said they were executing a warrant. Did you see the warrant? And have you seen what was on the warrant, what they were searching for?
I did not see the warrant. The warrant was apparently given to one of the people here that was one of the coordinators. It was read, I think, by that person, and I heard parts of it. It was difficult to hear it all. But from what I heard and from what other people have said, it was a totally blanket warrant looking for basically everything you can possibly imagine, everything from written materials to computers to what they call potential bomb making or Molotov cocktail making stuff, which was like bottles and paint and propane or whatnot for and et cetera. They had an omnibus selection of things that they were able to search according to the warrant. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're a champ.
Sure.
Which of the coalition members are you part of?
I am here as an activist, as an organizer. I am part of, I've been working with a lot of different groups. There's a lot, as I say, the way we organize is based on networks and affinity groups and clusters. And so I've worked with the Pagan Cluster, I've worked with the Legal Support Network, and I do whatever's useful.
Can we just get your name one more time for scan?
Darcy Bright.
Thanks, Darcy.
Is there any particular organization or group you'd want to be affiliated with? Organizing?
Actually, organizer is probably better. Hello. Thank you. Yes, I'm on my way.
Let some of that data stream to the server, check back in.